The first thing I noticed was his hand, not the ring, not the smile, the way his thumb moved, slow, proprietary, over her knuckles. I was still in uniform, dust from another country ground into the seams. My boots left half-moons of dirt on my parents' polished floor. No one mentioned it. No one looked at me long enough to feel ashamed. She stood there, framed by the window I used to wait under before deployment. Same hair, same mouth, different gravity. Her belly curved forward like a quiet confession no one intended to make aloud. My brother didn't let go of her hand. My mother whispered a prayer. My father nodded once, approving. Someone said my name. I don't remember who. The room felt staged, too clean, too ready. I understood then, not with anger, not yet, but with a cold, surgical clarity. I'd returned from war for her, and she had replaced me while I was learning how not to die. No one asked how many men I buried. They were busy blessing a child that wasn't mine. I smiled. That was my first mistake. They spoke carefully around me after that, like I was fragile glass instead of sharpened steel. "She didn't know if you'd come back," my mother said one night, eyes fixed on the sink. "She needed stability," my father added, voice heavy with moral certainty. My brother said nothing. He never did when silence served him better. And she couldn't meet my eyes. I noticed things, not immediately, slowly, the way you notice landmines only after stepping around them. Her timeline didn't match. The date slid when I asked casual questions. The ultrasound photo was already creased when I first saw it. She told me she'd written letters while I was gone. I never received them. I told myself stories at night, lies soft enough to sleep on, that war changes people, that time erodes loyalty, that love is a luxury men like me can't afford. But my body knew before my mind accepted it. I stopped touching her, stopped asking, started watching. They thought my quiet meant surrender. They mistook discipline for defeat. I stayed. That confused them. I took a job, built routine, lifted weights until my muscles remembered obedience, smiled at dinner, congratulated my brother on the pregnancy. Inside, I mapped everything. Phone bills, shared locations, old photos still synced to the cloud. I didn't rush. Rushed truths are sloppy. I learned she'd never stopped seeing him, that the overlap wasn't an accident, it was a decision. That while I was memorizing the sound of incoming fire, she was memorizing his heartbeat. I ordered the DNA kit online at 3:12 a.m., had it delivered to my office. I told no one. At night, I replayed moments from before deployment, every promise, every look. I dissected them until nothing sentimental remained. What hurt wasn't the betrayal, it was the efficiency of it, how cleanly I had been erased. I mailed the sample myself. Then I waited. Silence became my weapon, ambition my refuge. While they prepared a nursery, I prepared an exit. The email arrived on a Tuesday. Probability of paternity, 0.00%. I read it twice, not because I doubted it, but because certainty is intoxicating. That evening, I asked her to sit with me, just us, no accusations, no raised voice. I slid my phone across the table. She didn't need to read long. Her breath caught, a small sound, like something breaking underfoot. "It's not what you think," she whispered. I tilted my head. "It's exactly what I think." She cried, apologized, blamed fear, loneliness, time. I watched her like a stranger, calm, detached. Then I stood. "I'm happy for you," I said, and meant something close to it. She reached for me. I stepped back. I didn't expose them. That would have been mercy. Instead, I left, moved cities, built companies, turned discipline into profit, turned rage into focus. Years passed. They aged poorly. I aged expensively. The first call came after a photo leaked, me on a balcony in Zurich, glass of something rare in hand, the Alps behind me like witnesses. My phone vibrated, once, then again, then 71 times. I didn't answer. Later, I sent one message. Take care of each other. Nothing hurts more than indifference. I don't hate them. Hate requires proximity.
What I feel is cleaner than that. Distance, clarity, control. War taught me how to survive. They taught me why silence is powerful. I returned once, broken and hopeful. I left whole, and they never touched me again.